It is so lovely to live unconditionally, to discover that the emotion that I feel can be achieved within me because I have the ability to focus myself there. And we would also like to say to you, you may or may not be ready to hear this, but we're going to lay it on you anyway. If it were not for all the conditions that you have trained yourself into believing were necessary, you would be happy all the time.
Wow.
Unconditional love is the most natural way that... Look at the beasts of your planet. Look at them. They're happy. They're happy. Your dog isn't saying, oh, there's no flowers here.
Right.
Look at the little ones. The younger they are, the happier they are. Mm-hmm. Unless you start training them to believe that their happiness is dependent upon this condition and this condition, then they'll turn into little monsters really fast. You all do, you see. Unconditional happiness. I want you to be happy because it is your nature. No, I need you to do something nice for me that makes me feel happy. Well, what does feeling happy feel like? Well, it feels different than the way I feel right now because you're not doing anything nice to make me feel happy. But do you ever remember being happy? Yeah, when you were doing nice things for me, but now you're not doing any nice things for me. Well, has there ever been anything fun? Like, what's fun? What's fun? Have you ever done anything that's fun? If you can get somebody to think about what has been fun. You have the ability to conjure an emotion within you without a condition, do you? This is really the exercise that we're wanting you to ask yourself. Can you? The other day, Esther was sitting. She was writing, doing some of her processes with us. She had brought herself to a place of really feeling wonderful. And then she looked out and she noticed these beautiful bronze cranes that an artist made that are on the rocks on the other side of her pool. And she was looking at them. They are so perfectly created that if you didn't know better, you would think that they were really two cranes just standing there for a minute. The color of them is perfect, the balance of them, the posture of them, their apparent relationship with one another. She just could barely take her eyes off of them for quite a while. She just enjoyed them. And then she was looking at the pool. The pool is a zero-edge pool. So if you're standing on the edge of it, you might be actually standing in it because the water comes out over the first tile. And then it drops off into a water garden, and so it has this infinity edge. And Esther was looking at it and just appreciating the perfection of it. The laying of those tiles was so interesting. Everything had to be in perfect balance in order for this pool to function the way it does. And it is so beautiful. The way the light captures it, because there's no shadow, the way the water is straight across. She's looking at that and she's just devouring it. She can barely believe her good fortune at having something so beautiful right outside her door. And then she looked up and here these magnificent oak trees and a red cardinal in one and something over there. And then she said, Abraham, these are conditions that I'm focused upon. So, am I having conditional love or unconditional love? And we said the difference is you found the love before the conditions came into your awareness. You weren't using the conditions to conjure the love. Now, if you've been listening to us for a while, and one of these days in your stateroom you will receive, because Esther always provides it, a book of positive aspects. It's going to show up on your bed one night. And if you write these positive aspects in your book, it will train you into vibrational patterns that will serve you very well. So the question is, are we asking you to find the condition that then generates the emotion? Or are we asking you to find the emotion in its purest form, because you can, in order to then get the momentum going to attract the other? We've said to you for a while, and we can see why there's some controversy within you about this, but we're going to work the bugs out of it for you. We've said to you, first there is the thought, and then you have the feeling response. But you were born into this physical experience as a thinking being. And the thoughts that you held as you were born into this experience, who you are, who you knew yourself to be, was unwavering, unwobbling. Your worthiness was not contested by you. Your value was not contested by you. Your anticipation of what this life would be like for you was not in controversy within you. So you were born with this general sense of well-being, which for most has eroded as you have demanded that the conditions change so that you can have a feeling response to the condition. We know we have said this dozens of times already in the short time that we have been together. But the reason that we keep repeating it is because we want more than life itself for you, because it is life itself for you. We want you to embrace this idea of being unconditional in your alignment. Because once you get it, every condition in your life will rally to support the alignment that you've discovered in not needing the conditions to be there in order to find the alignment. Can you feel the circular reasoning in all this? Mm-hmm. I need that condition to change so that I can feel better. And then when I feel better, all conditions will be better. You can't get there from there. You cannot get there from there. I feel good here. And law of attraction will add momentum to that. And eventually, the momentum of that wobble freeness will evolve into conditions that will be wobble free. There. We almost said it the best that it could be said. There's wobble in all conditions. That's why you need unconditional love. So if you get unconditional love where there's no wobble, and you focus there because now you know how, then law of attraction will respond to that love which is wobble-free, and then the conditions that are generated by that wobble-free will be joyful conditions. Mm-hmm. So that you'll go from general and feeling good to more specific and feeling good to really specific and feeling invincible. You see how it works? Mm-hmm. Really good conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Nice and slow. Now what?